wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me.
Awesome. Awesome power of nature. Hot excitement of freedom.
Goes after you get struck by lightning. There's thunder.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to MK Headlines episode number 54. Now, we weren't supposed to have a guest in Weapon X NFL Eagles. Something came up, but he will be on the show next week, so that'll be a big show. So, how are my co-hosts doing for the AM and Next Shift? Randy, how you guys doing, man?
Yo, I'm doing good. How about you, man?
I'm doing good. How about you, Randy?
I am doing very well. I'm a little cold, but it's good.
And we got a couple people in the chat already. Positive Philly, W, let's go.
I put in the comments. I said 10-1, fly Eagles fly. Put a W in the comments if you think Jalen Hurts is an MVP.
I like it. What is up, Positive Philly? How's it
What's
going,
up, bro?
That's what's
How's
up.
it going?
Hope
So,
you're doing well.
we got a lot of topics today, guys. A lot of topics. Start right now with a little bit of breaking news that broke this morning. We all did see Gardner Johnson go off in a cart. He has a lacerated kidney against the Packers, so he's going to miss some time. Now, here's my question for you guys. How do you feel about Reed Blankenship taking that spot, or should we go get a free agent, even like a Malcolm Jenkins or something? AM, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah, I'd look up all our possibilities and options here. I think Howie Roseman will.
It's too early for brownies.
It is not till 9. We got a little bit ways to go. But back to your question. Yeah, he did really good. I was a little bit worried with Blankenship starting out. He wasn't spot on. He didn't start out very hot and heavy, but with that interception, he really did put a question mark on my head. Wow, is this guy going to be the next starter for the Eagles? Are we gonna what are we gonna do with this guy? I think they said before that night he only had 2 starting games ever in the NFL, and it was his first interception. So it was really big night for Blankenship. Came out and really proved a point. I don't know the way the Eagles will go on this one, if they will sign Blankenship and that he will be continuing as the starter and the replacement for CJ Gardner, or if they're going to look at possibilities around the NFL.
All right. Randy.
Yeah, man. First of all, I just want to say shout out to CJ. Get well, brother. Fast recovery. Hope the best for you and your family. But back in 2019, the similar injury happened to Zach Ertz. He missed 1 game and came back, even though doctors and other people told him not to. he came back the very next game after missing a game, came back and ended up playing in that game. But as history has shown, 2015, Keenan Allen, a wide receiver, missed 8 games, similar injury. Fast forward to 2019, obviously same with Zach Ertz. Andrew Luck had the similar injury. He ended up missing 9 games. Now, of course, we don't know the severity of the injury compared to those two gentlemen, but that to me tells me that there's a chance that this man may not return potentially for the remainder of the season. Now, you got to think about his health long term. I want him to be here on the team for longer than just this year. So for me, I would I don't know if you guys caught it, but me and Tony, when we did our predictions for the 53-man roster for the Philadelphia Eagles, I said, and I quote, Reed Blankenship, after the preseason that gentleman had, he deserves a roster spot on this team. Now, obviously we saw what happened. You know, they went and got Jaquiski Tart. We ended up letting him go, and then injuries started to pile up, and now he's in. He did get burned on the Christian Watson touchdown, but he also did pick off Aaron Rodgers, a Hall of Fame quarterback. So for me, I got to say, give the kid some more opportunities. Let him flourish in this defense, and let's see what we have. But I wouldn't be surprised, because we are living in Howie world, if he goes out and gets somebody.
Yeah, Malcolm Jenkins said he will be ready to play, and he's ready to go. So
Yeah.
I'll be fine with that. I'll be fine with Malcolm Jenkins coming back.
And the Packers just released strong safety, free safety, Jonathan Abrams. So he was a first-round pick just, 4 years ago?
It was like 3 or 4, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I would take him. Wasn't he just released? And then
He got released from the Raiders, and then the Packers picked him up, and then he played 2 games with the Packers, and then they just released him.
Right, yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh.
You only played 2 games previously.
Yeah.
This is his first interception.
Oh no, we're talking. We're sorry, brother. We're talking about Jonathan Abram.
Right, sorry, my bad.
No,
Same
you're good.
situation too.
Basically.
Sort of.
Yeah.
No, you're
Different
good.
players.
You're good. So for me, it is a big hit that we're gonna miss Gardner Johnson. We're lucky that it didn't even rupture his spleen, because I was talking to my dad, who's a doctor, and it's like, Mitch, this could have been very bad because he got hit on his left side, and the ribs protect the kidneys. So the fact that he got a lateral,
laceration to his kidney. Yeah,
I'm drawing a blank. Shoot, my dad.
it's all good.
A lacerated kidney. Thank God it did not rupture his spleen, because if that did, that would be even worse than what we got.
Oh yeah.
There were reports that apparently after he was in the blue tent, he said that he wanted to go out there and try to see if he could play with the injury. And the coaching staff said, no. We need to get an X-ray to check this out. So that man will play with one arm and one leg. That is unbelievable. But yeah, like, it just sucks that he's out. I mean, like, he was playing so well, led the league in interceptions up until his injury. So
yeah. Now, I think they're going to put Blankenship there because he's a nice fill-in spot. He's a nice, plug-in for the time being. We don't need, like, stress out. But it is Howie Roseman. It's Howie Roseman's vision. We're just living in it. So it's like anything can happen now because this off-season and this season that Howie's put this team together. Anything can happen. I can't even take my realistic perspective and be like, okay, we're not going to get him because of budget and stuff like that. I'm like, Howie's just bringing on now. Just bringing on my realism is out the door. It's like, see, there's the door. Bye. I'll see you later.
Can I add something to that real quick?
Yes.
To the Eagles' all-time interceptions against Aaron Rodgers, you can now add Blankenship on the list of Josilo Hansen, Nate Allen, and Nigel Bradham for the only Eagles to ever intercept Aaron Rodgers. Blankenship made the list. Congratulations, Blankenship, for intercepting Aaron Rodgers.
Wow. Yeah.
So he has now made the top. He is 4 of the only Eagles to ever sit.
And Josiah Scott as well, right? Josiah Scott picked him off as well, right?
It had to be Scott.
Yeah, Scott too. Yeah, he's also included on the list from last night's event. We haven't gotten there. Cool Cat Connor, how you doing, bro?
What up?
Hey, I gotta say, Jalen freaking hurt. We need him on right now just to scream Jalen. He has time.
Cool Cat, I'm sending you the
Cool Cat,
link
if
if
you can
want to
get
yell
on
it.
right now, we need to yell a freaking Jalen Hurts right now for the performance he had. Because if it was not for Jalen freaking Hurts, primetime MVP,
Mhm.
we would not have won this game. He put the game on his back,
Yeah.
just like that old school Madden clip back in the day with
Yeah.
Gumby and putting the team on his back. Yeah, you could put Jalen Hurts on the map because that's what that was all about. That he has put definitely shown that he's MVP caliber, second up on the league besides next to Mahomes. It's either going to be him or Mahomes. And I have a feeling that it's probably going to be Jalen Hurts because he's going to make it further in the postseason.
There it is.
And we will talk about that later.
Jalen.
There we go. It
Jalen.
hurts. There you go.
There you go. Cool Cat Mitch, Sunday, Eagles versus Titans.
Thank you, Cool Cat.
And then Cool Cat Mitch post game Monday at 3. So there we go. So we got to talk about this game. We got to talk about the Eagles defeating the Packers 40-33. And the one thing I took away from this game, we put up 40 points.
Yes.
I didn't even think we were going to put up like 28 because you guys know me and my predictions 28-21 every single time. But
Be right back.
40?
No problem.
You're good, man. But 40? Jesus. Like, what?
Yeah.
AM,
Yeah,
go.
no, I'll tell you what, that because I was watching the game with my family, because I watch every Eagles game with my family. If I'm not at the game, we're sitting at the theater in my room all together watching the Eagles game. First thing my father said was, we put up 40 fucking points against the Packers. I go, they're not that great of a, he goes, they're not that great of a team, but 40 points is regardless. We could beat every team just by putting up the numbers. If our defense can just get enough done, just enough to stop them on points, our offense with all our caliber weapons, and you know what's crazy yesterday, and barely anyone was talking about this. We did not use a tight end at all. We used Calaterra. He got one recorded, and it was negative yards. And then we didn't even use Stolp at all. We have no backup tight end game plan whatsoever. Dallas Goedert, you are missed very much this game. Quez Watkins, I feel like, where has he been? Last time we saw him was prime time against the Vikings. Finally, it's great to see him prime time doing his thing. Quez Watkins getting a TD. We need more Quez Watkins. He looked like he was a natural out there. Like, we've been missing him for weeks. And he's just comes into the picture and he's ready to go. And it makes me wonder, why are these
Maybe you're
once
right,
again,
bro.
like I said in the beginning of the season, this Eagles team has not laid down all their cards yet.
Mm-mm.
We have so much more potential, so much more offensive play designs and weapons we haven't even seen yet. We haven't even seen trick plays yet with this offense. That's how scary we are.
Right.
I don't like, what are we saving it for? I don't know. Maybe we're saving it for the posting because there's nothing to use it for yet. But we haven't even, think about that. Our offense has not done a real lucrative trick play this whole entire season. The only thing that really worries me, I think, about this Eagles is the special teams a little bit. I think after last night, we watched their special teams just dominate our special teams on kickoff returns. I'm a little bit worried on that. Hope we fix that. I think that my biggest critique from this game. I think that was one of your questions, Mitch, coming up here as takeaway from this game.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about this special teams.
Yeah.
And usually that's something that us Eagle fans don't say and normally not said in the NFL. But for once, I'm kind of a little bit worried about special teams.
I am too. Randy, what about you? And you're okay.
And it showed after this game.
Yeah. We are. I'm good. I'm good. What did I take away from this game? I took away that running the fucking ball works.
There we go.
Miles fucking Sanders, boys. 900 yards rushing on the year. 177 attempts. That's a 5.1 average. 8 touchdowns on the year. He's averaging 81.8 yards per game. That could go up to what 110 if we just keep toting the rock with this man. Yeah, just really good to see a great game from both Jalen and Miles. It was nice to see that Miles finally got his little shine. Obviously, there we go, boys. See, like we've all been saying it, you got to keep running that goddamn rock, and things will happen. We have a good running offensive line. Use those Clydesdales and run up the freaking field and knock those fucking linebackers, safeties, corners, you whatever you want to call them, all over the field, and let our running backs run havoc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's basically it. And we're going to dive into the rushing and the running backs in a bit. But we have a comment from Jeff here. Yeah, Sanders has been good this year. Wanting that big contract after this season, we are definitely going to talk about that. That is for sure a big topic in the Eagle community right now, a huge topic. The Penn State boys getting it done. Yeah, Saquon Barkley, Miles Sanders, they're getting it done, man. They are getting it done when Miles Sanders can get the ball. That's the key. When Miles Sanders doesn't get the ball, we lose. Or we don't lose.
Right.
We just play terribly. So, but first, we got to talk about the MVP of the Eagles and his performance, and that was Jalen freaking Hurts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What grade do you guys give him? Randy, I'm going to start with you. What grade would you give him for this game?
Throwing, I would probably say a B minus, just because I was kind of hoping to see him get over that 200 mark. And of course, if receivers would hold on to the damn ball and just go down rather than keep fighting for more yards when they got 7 guys trying to rake at the ball, that's a different topic for a different day. But anyways, that running attack though, that's key for him, man. Like 597 rush yards on the year with 2,560 pass yards. Like that, you're looking at those numbers going, what? Like, yeah. So for the rushing, definitely an A+. He held on to the ball. He didn't cough it up. Got us where we needed to. Used his legs when he needed to. So for me, definitely, I'd give him that an A+.
All right. AM.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw some Ruben Frank stats out there. If y'all don't know about Ruben Frank, get on Twitter and follow him because he's the stat guy for NBC Philly. And he, Jalen Hurts rushed for 145 yards, and he beat Michael Vick's 130-yard record in 2010. I thought that was really impressive. That was against the Giants game. So I got to say that's a big bono for Jalen Hurts there. Another thing that he broke also was he had a career-long 42-yard run last night. I thought that was impressive. He's now 6 for 102 rushing in the first quarter. That's another huge accomplishment. I mean, if he's not getting the passing TDs that you want him to, like Mahomes, well, he sure is rushing for them. And that's what's crazy. I don't know the way the NFL is, especially in the Hall of Fame, and how biased they are with TD passes. And, of course, Mahomes will be always – because that's what the league's all about. But the Jalen Hurts brings another style to the NFL that we haven't seen in a long time. And it's really cool. I mean, like I just said, beating Michael Vick's record. Before Michael Vick, it was Cunningham. So – I mean, and then I guess you can put in McNabb there. Don't forget McNabb. But really, it's more on Cunningham and Michael Vick. And then now we have this Jalen Hurts. It's only second year in the season, and he's looking phenomenal. And he got a chance for an MVP. I think he's on the road. I mean, the only thing stopping him is what can be done in the postseason. I think we're going to talk about that, right, Mitch, in a little bit. You have another question about that, so I'm going to save what I'm going to talk about for your question.
All right. So for me here, as Cool Cat knows, as everyone knows in the Eagles community, I'm one of the toughest when it comes to criticizing Jalen Hurts because he is a leader. He is a guy that we look forward to in crunch situations or just leading on team to the promised land. Throwing, I was like, I'm kind of with Randy on this one. I'm kind of upset that he didn't get over the 200-yard passing mark. But, hey, he did what he had to do, and that was with his legs. And his legs got us the victory. Kind of like back-to-back games. Remember
Yes.
against the Colts, the very last drive? I
Yep.
believe he threw the ball like once. And then he ran the ball 4 straight times for the touchdown.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can see where I'm upset about the 200-yard not getting that high. So for me here, I got to give him a solid B. I'm giving him a B for that. I thought I would give him like an A plus. We ride on this season. We ride high. All that stuff. But for me, it's just like, weren't the Packers missing their secondary? Like, weren't they missing some of their secondary?
Well, what's his name? Savage got hurt during the game. He was out, so they lost their free safety, so they had to bring a guy in. But yeah, you're right. There was somebody else that was injured before the game, so they lost somebody. But they had Rasul Douglas, they had Jair Alexander, so they had their 1 and 2 corners. So
Yeah, definite.
I
So,
think their offense on the most part were good. I'm not seeing what you're talking about, unless it might have been defense on an IR or something.
yeah,
Was not Darnell Savage, was it?
no, yeah, Savage got injured during the game, so they lost
Okay.
him during the game. But I think it was like
There you
TJ Ford or something is one of their safeties or whatever. He wasn't in the game; he was out. So they basically lost both their starters.
yeah. So, there's a rumor going around. There's a rumor going around that Jalen Hurts is supposed to be getting like $50 million a year. 50. AM, you and I kind of talked about this last time on Jeff's live
Yeah, we did.
stream. So, Randy, I want to hear from you. Would you give him 50 mil or would you give him less?
You're probably talking to the wrong guy because I would I definitely wouldn't pay him 50.
Good, because we're all on the same page.
Because let's be real. You're probably gonna want to 50 times 5?
Yeah.
That's 200. That's 250 mil.
Yeah. I'm not giving him 50 mil.
No. Now would I give him? Let's see what. Now would I give him 38 over 5? Yes. Now it works out to 190 mil.
Okay. All right. I can live in that ballpark.
Now his ballpark's gonna be like, well, you guys use me like a running back more than I do a quarterback, so his camp will probably counter back at
You're good, man.
His count will counter back at probably 42 or higher, and at 42 times 5, that's 210 mil.
Okay. All right. Because me and Kukat had a very good discussion on Kukat Mit's post game yesterday about this. And we both came to agreement, and AK was in the chat. We came up with like 45 mil, like something in the middle. But personally, I would go like lower to like 40 mil because honestly here, we have 17 free agents to worry about here for this season, off season. We have 17. Gardner Johnson, TJ Edwards, Bradbury, Cox, Hargrave, Graham. Granted, some of them are going to retire and not come back, but we still got to worry about these guys. Are we going to bring them back on a minimum deal? So for me, if I was Jalen Hurts, and I think Jalen Hurts is a guy where he will take like a pay cut, kind of like what James Harden did with the Sixers.
Yeah.
His roster, getting all these players and stuff. So I think Jalen Hurts is going to go that route. But if he demands the money, and if we win the Super Bowl, I'll give him 50 mil. If we win the jackpot. If we don't win the Super Bowl this year and we get to like the NFC Championship game and lose, I gotta give him 40 mil.
No, I still don't even agree on the 50 mil even winning the Super Bowl.
Oh,
what if he wins?
I still agree with what your statement with like 145. No more than that. For a 4-year deal, 145. mil.
What about if he wins league MVP and Super Bowl and wins the Super Bowl MVP?
Okay, then maybe we're talking then. Okay. If he wins all that, then okay, that's jackpot.
Because like I'll be real, like they say he does like eke out and beat Patty Mahomes and like God forbid like he stays healthy and kicks ass and goes through the playoffs and whoops it, and then in the Super Bowl mans up and does something big where like he was the key cog and he was the reason why it ends up getting Super Bowl. I think we wouldn't have a choice at it would start at 50.
Randy, are you predicting an Eagles versus Andy Reid Super Bowl?
Achoo.
We got Andy Reid. It's going to be Andy Reid and the Philadelphia Eagles in Arizona, huh? It's going to be like 2008 again with losing to Bruce Arians down at the NFC Championship game, huh?
And the Chiefs just got Melvin Gordon.
I see what you did there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I was reaching, but I thought someone would pick up.
Yeah,
Oh, I picked up very quick.
So, yeah, so 50 mil is something to talk about, but I think
Yes,
we all agree. We all agree at the end of the day.
I'd let Howie Roseman take care of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go. At the end of the day, somehow he puts people in his office and says, look, we're going to give you a little pay cut. We're going to keep you on the Eagles, and you're going to still make money and enjoy being with us. And I don't know how he does it, but he does it every year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what he does is he takes like their contract and he gives it like half of it to them as like a signing bonus.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they're sitting there with a big ass bag as they're walking out of the office and they're like, I'm loving this. And then we're saving it on the cap hit.
Look, you could take this right now and give it to the government, get a tax break. They'll take 50%, but at least you get it right now. Or you can take this contract and get it over 4 years. If you can make it.
Yeah. So it's a discussion worth having. That's Howie Roseman's problem, but I thought it would be a good topic. And will Melvin Gordon play this week? I think he's on the practice squad for the Chiefs. So it's not like they need him. Yeah, just go to the Raiders, right? So Miles Sanders had a game. 21 carries, 143 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns. So, and as you guys know, on last week's episode of MK Headlines, my hot take was Miles Sanders should score 2 touchdowns, and it happened. So, it's like, would you resign him after this offseason? Because, he's another free agent we got to worry about as well. Like, personally, I say no. Because with the offensive line we got right now, we can put any running back behind this offensive line, and I believe they will be good. Sure, they may not get the yards per carry as Miles Sanders does, but it's a serviceable running back that we can just put there into glue. We don't need to pay for a top-tier running back. So, AM, what do you think about this?
I think I'm going to let Howie Roseman do his thing. I don't think we're going to give Miles Sanders a big fat contract. I think it's just going to be, at most a 4-year deal, something around $5 million per year, maybe a little bit more. Not much more. I think around $5 million. Maybe. What do y'all think? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'd say no.
On salaries, what I think that, especially Miles Sanders, because it's a hard decision because, one, we don't utilize him enough, and why would we give him a fat contract? We could just draft someone and pay him a rookie contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially with like the amount of potential free agents that are going to be coming out at the end of this year. Like, there's going to be a plethora of running backs available, so it's like the market isn't going to be entirely too great for him because he's got a lot of other guys he's going up against. But if we can get him on a decent deal, I would bring him back. But that's only if he's willing to take a deal. But I don't think he is, because this is his first time hitting free agency. And like everybody says, the first time hitting it, you got to get the bag so that you can take care of your family. So I feel like another team out there will end up reaching and end up snagging him or something.
Yeah. And there's
Oh,
just one thing. There's one thing about Miles Sanders that still is in the back of my head. It's injury history. Let's say if something happens, knock on wood, then what? I'm just saying that's always something to think about when it's with Miles Sanders or any of these players. So
right.
if something tragic happens, I would not give him that contract. That's just me. It's just something to think about, with the injuries and stuff. So, and the Eagles rushed over for 300 yards against the Packers. What happened between last game and this game? Last game we didn't even reach 200? Or did we get over 200? All right. Sorry, you said not going. Really, Jeff? Pause. Hey, you guys there? Did I lose both of you?
No, what's wrong?
Oh, I asked you a question.
Oh, sorry.
I asked you guys a question. And I was like, what happened between last game
There
and
was a
this?
little bit of lag. I think something.
Hello?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
good?
I don't know.
Hello?
I glitched out a little bit there. I don't know. I was looking at my screen and
Yeah.
sorry, babe. We
No,
had a
you're
little
good.
bit of technical issues here.
You guys are
Yeah,
cutting out. Is it me or is it you?
I can hear you.
Well, we can hear you now, but for a second, I had the same problem.
Yeah, I don't think anyone could hear each other there.
Yeah, no, I was just kind of waiting for everyone.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So, Randy,
Sorry.
we rushed
But I
for.
heard your question. I was answering you, Mitch, but I obviously you
Oh, I
weren't
couldn't
hearing
hear
it.
you. I couldn't hear anybody.
Yeah, but you said did we even rush over 100 or over 100 yards or 200 yards? No, because the highest rusher was 86, and that was Jalen Hurts.
So we didn't even get to 200 yards against the Colts.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they definitely went to the run. Like, that's basically what we've been saying since the beginning. Since the beginning of this season, run the dang ball.
Yes.
That's what works. It's old
You
school style football. Shout out to NYGWT85. He's been saying that from God knows when. It's like they can't stop the run. Gotta keep going with it. And it's oh my god. So can we do this against the Titans?
whew, they
That's
got a
gonna-
you know they got a pretty stout front there, especially with Simmons, and they're excuse me, they're Rabel. They're known to want to bring their lunch pail and a hard hat every Sunday or whenever they play, right? So, I don't know, man. It's hard to say because like they got different dudes over there. Like it's going to be a different style of game to try to beat them. It's going to have to be a little bit of A and B. When I say A and B, I mean a little bit of pass, a little bit of run because I know they're sus in the secondary just because they're dealing with so many injuries. But yeah, that this game I when I did my schedule prediction, sorry, this is the game I had us losing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I respect that. I respect that. So I don't know. That's gonna be tough. But you know what's gonna be even tougher? Can AJ Brown hold on to the damn ball?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's my question. I know we're gonna be home, and we're gonna be right here. We're gonna be right here on Sunday. So
right behind you.
With the Titans.
yeah.
Hey,
So what is going on with AJ Brown?
I don't. Well, something happened when he got injured, and he was came back, and this has been happening. And I don't know if that has something to do with it. It's a tick or something. Something's not right. I think AJ Brown, he'll fix it. I'm not too worried about AJ Brown. He's one of the most successful wide receiver we have on the team right now. He'll fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
know,
mean,
but it's
that's
just
just like what
unfortunate.
Jeff said. He's the least of my concerns exactly now.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah,
just like
Mitch, it's just glaring just because the fact that he's fumbled the ball back-to-back weeks. That's why. Because I mean, if you go back and look at his record with with Tennessee Titans in 3 years, he's fumbled the ball 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, AM, you were going through the topics earlier and you
Yeah.
stumbled upon this one and you had some questions. Jonathan Gannon handcuffing his talent. So, this is what Derek Gunn said on Jacob Media Sports or whatever that is. So, he believes, hold on, let me take away this banner. I think
D
he's,
Gun from Jacob.
yeah,
I like that guy.
yeah, Derek Gunn.
Yeah.
He's
You
like,
know,
I think he's handcuffing the talent that he has.
if you listen to non-Eagles fans about Jonathan Galen, they literally will tell you, "I don't understand what you have to complain about." And then you got Eagles fans will treat Jonathan Gannon like they're, the family men that are sitting across and Thanksgiving dinner going, "What the fuck are you doing with your life?" You know what I'm saying? So, it's like I have to put it in there. All I want to say from what I took from this game was, where was Kaiser White? Why was Edwards playing so far back? I think the defensive line finally is, I guess, somewhat fixed, but is it really? With I guess with this new addition with Sue, we're gonna have to kind of adjust things and get them into protocol. But you know, really, we look right now. What is with our linebacker core? Do we stay with Kaiser, White, and Edward moving forward off this off season, or do we look towards the draft or more better linebackers to fill in these gaps to stop the run up the middle? What is your take on that? That's what my biggest concern right now.
Okay. Randy, what do you think about this and what further had to say?
Do I think that Jonathan Gannon is handcuffing our talent? Yes, 100%. We see it when he has a corners 15 yards off the line, and the fucking team just needs 6 yards. It's like, so like you're basically telling the team, okay, so just call an audible at the line, throw a slant, and then just go down on it as soon as you get the first down. Our players are not given the opportunity or the ability to use all their tools because our coach is handcuffing them in a sense by his play calling and his play style. Now, if this was, I'm not saying because I don't know definitively if this would happen or not, but we all would assume because we've seen these players or these coaches before. But if this is any other coach, this team would be up on the receivers, press coveraging, blitzing probably every other play. Like, we're the lowest blitzing team in the NFL, or I think one of, because we watch our games all the time and we can count on one hand how many times we see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's handcuffing it 100%. And to go to a further question about do we let go Kaiser White and TJ Edwards? Well, TJ Edwards currently, I believe, leads the team in tackles with 102. And then when you go past that, the next person is 72, which is Kaiser White. And then after that, it's Epps at 61. So nobody's really tackling other than those two. We're not seeing the big tackles that we want to see from them, right? So it's kind of a like pick your poison, because there's not really any good linebackers coming out of college that are going to be like first round draft pick worthy, really, in my eyes. Edge and some O-line for sure, but we don't really need that. We need edge, but we don't need O-line really just yet. But I'd say we're probably going to keep Edwards and we're probably going to let White go.
Yeah, there's something to talk about Kaiser White and TJ Edwards. That's definitely a discussion. I can see Edwards staying, but I think Kaiser White will go. But here's the thing.
Man.
Nakobe Dean, is he actually going to play? Because if these two guys are free agents, like Further and Randy are telling me, like, we got to get Nakobe Dean in there. We got to get him for more snaps and just see what he's going to be like for next year.
Well, now he's on kick. Excuse me. Right now he's on kickoff and punt, kickoff and special teams, because like I've seen him out there, and it's just because of the depth that we have at that position, right? I mean, TJ and then it goes Kaiser, so they're going to get the snaps, and then after that it's Hassan Reddick. So it's like, pick your poison at that point, right?
Kill me, Jeff.
Mitch for OC, Randy for DC, Ferber for oh my god.
Hey man, anytime they have an offer, you
Hey.
put it on the table. We'll talk about it. Negotiations always open over
Oh
here.
yeah. And by the way, when I'm the offensive coordinator, we'll beat the Giants without a doubt.
No, fuck that shit. I'm OC and DC. Mitch is player talent and
What the hell?
furthers my special teams coordinator.
I tell you what, though, I swear I'm not a coffee drinker, but when I look at Jonathan Gannon, I see him waking up at like 6 a.m, waiting with a bunch of girls in line at Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. He just looks like a sissy to me. Like that's just me. He looks like a guy who just waits at Starbucks with a bunch of chicks, getting coffee.
He does give that vibe.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I agree with Randy here. I think he is handcuffing his talent because 15 yards back, 10 yards back, you're not blitzing. And we had defensive coordinators in the past that were non-stop blitz. And that's what – remember when they had Hassan Reddick in coverage? I mean, come on, man. Now you see what he's doing when he's constantly rushing the quarterback? I mean, he's our best defender right now. It's a tie between him and you could throw in Slay in there, even though he had the last couple games were bad. So it's like, it is what it is. No, yeah. Now we got to go with Jordan Davis. Is rumored to be back. Is that going to be a big impact, or is it going to be or is he going to be rusty?
Yo, what up, Eagles Slayer? How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you all are doing well, and hope you had a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Okay, so who wants to take this? Will Jordan Davis have a big impact if he does play?
I'll answer right off the bat. I do not. I think that he'll come back. He'll play a certain amount of starts. I don't think he's going to be back 100%. He will play. I don't think he's going to play 100% of snaps. Like I said, he won't be 100%. We're going to save him for, like I said, the postseason down to the last straw where the games really matter. Let's save him and get him 100% before we just, how important is this Titans game to you? Really, at the end of the day, is it worth losing Jordan Davis again?
No.
That's where you have to ask yourself. So in a way, you would probably use him about 50%, maybe even less. So, and we also have additions that we got, like Sue, that, whatever. And, one thing, when you see Sue in Eagles pads yesterday, man, did you think to yourself, holy moly, he's bigger than Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox combined?
I know.
Like, holy crap. Dude, Sue is huge.
Did you see Linval Joseph? That guy's like fucking 900 pounds of all beef and no go. Like, you fucking try to move him, it's like, sorry, there's a lock boot on the back tire. You can't move that shit.
Now, I'll say they weren't like dominantly performing. It was their first game. They're still
They're
getting used to the
35
Eagles.
plus. I mean, we can't expect that, but they're here to clog up the middle, right? That's all I'm expecting from them. I'm not expecting like 9 sacks each and like, busting up the gut and like blow. No, they're here to fill a void right now because we have a glaring issue. And right now they're helping. It's not necessarily solved because I don't think so, because Aaron Jones was still able. They're able to switch up, and now they're doing, like Jeff saw it, and Jeff would probably say in the comments, they started going outside rather than going up in the middle because they realized that's the clogged mess where we're not going to get through, and then we were getting exposed because of poor tackling.
All right. Yeah. So Jordan Davis, I mean, that will be a impact, not as big as I want it to be. Pause. I just want I had to throw that in there. I just had to. But for me, I want him to be back 100%. 100%, because for the playoffs, we're definitely going to need him. Or even against the Giants. We might even need him against Saquon Barkley.
Absolutely.
Against Kayvon Thibodeau. And that'll be a hell of a matchup. I can't even wait for that.
Yeah, we find out tomorrow, right? Because like they said, Wednesdays when they activate him or not. If they don't activate him tomorrow, then we won't have him for this game.
Yeah. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's Wednesdays.
Yeah. What?
Someone
Oh,
has to pause the pause because there's too many of the pause.
hey, I'm the master of the pause. So it's like, see,
Further, Eagle
Sorry about
responded
that.
back here.
no, you
Wait,
can
what? Sorry, I stepped away for a second. I had a call. What happened?
nothing.
Oh,
We were
you all
just
were
talking about
calling my name
pause.
for a second.
I said Eagle Slayer answered you back. He said, "I'm still upset that they
How
did the
dirty
Raiders."
Oh,
they got it.
yeah. That was an unfortunate call. I'm sure they're still looking at that review. That was just unfortunate angle of the ref. But you can't blame the refs. We got to move on. Learn from our
Gotcha.
mistakes. Dalsgard still is a savage. He'll be back, and he has surely missed, especially after this game when we didn't even have a backup game plan for our tight end whatsoever. Next question: did any one of our wide receivers get more than 50 yards yesterday?
On Sunday, didn't AJ Brown?
Oh, he only got 46.
Oh, I don't even
Didn't
think so. I don't even think so. Then I
didn't
don't, you're muted.
Everyone had 4 attempts. AJ Brown had 4 attempts. Quez Watkins had 4 attempts. He had a TD. AJ Brown had 4 attempts, and he had a TD. And then Quez Watkins, I think, had the most. What was he at? He had no. He only recorded 3. Excuse me.
Devontae had the most 50 yards?
Oh, thank you. Go, Randy.
All right. So,
So we did. Devontae Smith had 50 yards for recorded.
yep.
So there
So,
was a 50. So Devontae Smith got the 50.
someone had to. Like,
Right.
someone had to.
Someone had you, which
So,
is an unusual thing for the Eagles because there's always someone that breaks easily the 50-yard mark on our wide receiver
right,
for this whole entire
right.
season. So this game was just like the Jaguars game where it was very dominant on the rushing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, how do we stop Derrick Henry? Are you guys like nervous
We
going
got to
up?
get Edwards in there. We got to get Kaiser White. Both those linebackers got to plug up the hole. Make sure that we don't allow this rush up the middle so easily. Because even the Packers showed last night. It's just so easy. Aaron Rodgers doesn't even have to really do anything. We just run the ball the whole game.
Right.
We can
Listen,
still stay in within touch yards grasp of the Philadelphia Eagles. If we can run the ball. I mean, that's not good to me.
Mm-mm.
listen, the Bengals proved it in the playoffs last year when they only allowed Derrick Henry to rush for no more than 65 yards. And then they shored it up just this past weekend when they allowed Derrick Henry to not rush for more than 67 yards. So it shows that as long as you clog up the middle and don't allow him or don't over pursue, so your ends don't over pursue, so it gives him a bounce out angle, so he has a way to get on the outside. Just and tackle. That's all it is. Tackle, because that you've seen it. That King Henry stiff arm is it sends you into orbit.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does. And I still can't believe I got him with the 7th overall pick. My record's terrible, but still. But you know what I found kind of interesting? If everything goes according to plan, the Eagles can clinch a playoff spot. We can clinch a playoff spot.
Boy, not just a playoff spot, a bye week in the playoffs,
Oh yeah, yeah.
especially with the new playoffs, the way it's designed with the extra games. This is huge. We want that bye week so bad because I said it in 2010 with Fourth and John. When the Eagles get a bye week, they have a 90% chance of making it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And now we have a quarter of a chance of winning the Super Bowl with our now having one win in 2017. So if we get to the Super Bowl this year and we have that bye week, we'll be 90% chance of going to the Super Bowl and we'll have a quarter of chance of winning.
Yeah. So all this has to happen. So for the first way, Eagles have to win. Washington has to lose to the Giants. San Francisco has to lose or tie, and Seattle have to lose or tie, as long as both Seattle and San Francisco don't tie.
I don't see
Or
San Fran losing.
yeah, or the Eagles win, Washington and the Giants tie, San Francisco lost, and a Seattle lost.
No, too early to clinch yet. Too early.
Too early?
Yeah, just because what is it? The last 4 games, San Francisco hasn't allowed a team to score in the second half.
Something like that, yeah. But
Yeah,
here's the
like they're
funny
on a
thing.
tear, man. Like they're a scary team. Like they're scary right now.
But here's the thing, right? Here's the funny thing. The Niners are against the Rams.
Hmm.
Can you really see the Rams beating the Niners?
No.
I'm just going to double check that just to be safe because I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Stafford's yeah, that's a question mark. Because even their backup is hurt.
And what were we talking about, Mitch, last night on Jeff's YouTube channel with the Hardcore Sports?
Oh, my bad.
This is
Seattle's playing the Rams. Seattle's playing the Rams.
okay.
And the Niners are playing the Dolphins.
Ooh, that's gonna be.
I'm going Dolphins, and I'm also going Seattle.
That's gonna be a good game.
Both of I think the Rams and Seattle game is better. I think the Dolphins will dominate the 49ers.
I think Seattle's gonna.
Because one, Buffalo Bills are, I think, a better defense. I don't care what anyone says. They think that the 49ers right now are better. I disagree, but whatever. Everyone has their own opinion. I think after the Bills face the Dolphins and the Dolphins beat the Bills, I think that the Dolphins have a chance of beating the 49ers too, easily. I don't think especially because I don't think that the 49ers have a threat like the Bills do on the offense.
Well, what? Debo Samuel, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk are threats?
Right. No, they are a threat, but I think the Bills have a bigger threat. They have a better quarterback, and then they have their offensive weapons are better.
That injury, I'm gonna have to disagree with Ryan. I just don't. The injury to Josh Allen, the fact that it's just Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis.
Josh Allen's is fine now, or is he still injured? Because I'm looking at the depth chart and it says there's nothing wrong with Josh Allen's.
Well, I see something that came across my thing today, and it said that he had saw a specialist today, and said that he's just got to continue doing what he's doing, which is not allowing that elbow to get hyperextended. So in the sense that like not allowing to get into positions where it's going to get hit or use it to be hit. So like punching out a fumble or punching out a pick that he threw or something, because he did that last game. But like he's still dealing with it. It's like because it's not torn, but it's got a tear to it. They said like it's not like it'll heal, but it's if he wouldn't play, it would heal 100%. But because they need him, he has to play. So it's like for me, there's question marks just because of their defense having the injuries they have. I mean, I know Tre'Davious White is back, but I mean, like until Poirier is back with Micah Hyde on the back end, which are the two best free safeties in the league. I mean, I can't really anoint them yet because of how good of a defense the 49ers have been playing. Like I said, haven't allowed a team to score in the last 4 games in the second half. 0 points.
Mm-hmm. So,
well, they got a lot of out. 5 players are out on the Bills' defense.
Yeah,
that's a huge.
Oh, and I didn't know that Hyde's out for the season. I didn't know that.
Terrell Edmonds will be out. Von Miller will be out.
Oh shit! I forgot about Miller. See, I didn't even.
Von Miller, yeah. I forgot about Von Miller.
Oh, and Von Miller's backup, Espines, is out.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm saying his name wrong. Excuse me if I am.
Espinoza or Espinoza?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm bad with names. I'm so
Espinoza,
bad.
yeah. Yeah, they're without Rizzo and Miller and Edmonds, yeah.
Yeah, this is a big
That's why I'm saying like right now the 49ers look a lot scarier than the Bills. Just because of that.
Right. Oh, well, I agree with that, but I'm talking about the long run going into the Super Bowl. But yes, I agree with you. Right now, this week, completely agree with you, Randy.
All right. Yeah. So to me, the Seahawks have to lose to the Rams, and the Niners have to lose to the Dolphins. The Niners can lose to the Dolphins. I don't think Seattle can lose to the Rams.
Who are the Saints playing? That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bucks. Okay, good. Our draft pick will get better.
Hey. Oh, I'm
Okay,
not going to say
go
it.
Buccaneers.
I'm not even going to say it.
I was
So,
gonna say that the more the Saints keep putting Andy Dalton in, the better our chances of our pick doing, because I feel like with
Exactly.
Jameis Winston in, they have a better chance. But with the red rifle, nope.
Right there you go. So yeah, I'm looking for the Saints. I need more Saint loses so we can get that better first round draft pick.
yeah. Which is
That
better,
really will come in
turkey,
handy.
ham, or pork roll? Jeff, are you okay there?
Pork
Are you
roll
okay?
for me.
Pork roll.
Pork roll all
What's
the
a
way.
Taylor
Or
ham?
broccoli and raw.
All right, all right, all right. So we're closing up on the show. This show has been really well.
Already?
Great
That's it?
conversations. Everything. It's not done yet. There's one more topic.
Oh, okay.
Predictions.
Oh, here we
Eagles
go.
versus
Now,
Titans. I'm gonna go last because you guys know where I'm going. So you know,
Breathe.
Randy, are you sure you're okay?
yeah, you all right, bro?
I'm good.
Breathe, boy, breathe.
Seriously. All right.
We might need a commercial break real quick. No, I'm just,
Yeah.
but
We are commanders.
we we need the State Farm one though, Mitch. Ba 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 ba.
All right. AM, what's your prediction for the Eagles and Titans? And in chat, give me your prediction for the game as well.
Man, I don't know if you guys seen the depth chart of the Titans here, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 IRs. No, wait, excuse me. 17 IRs.
Okay, we better win.
Woo, we better win is right. They half their team looks like the Philadelphia Eagles of 2020. So they're pretty banged up over there, the Titans, and we have a home field advantage. We should be rocking and rolling, just like. Do you know what time the game is? This is one thing I never ever
One.
pay attention. It's 1:00 game. It's going to be in Philadelphia. Should have home field advantage.
All right, so
There's,
Jeff is going with the Eagles going 28-20.
you know what? I think it's going to be a higher scoring game. I think the Eagles.
See what you did there, Jeff.
I think it's going to be like more like 34-21.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, I think we're going to get
Does it matter
easily over 30
injuries?
points. But we don't really have many. Besides, CJ Gardner will be out. I see here he's out. Reddick's fine.
1 sec.
Maddox will continue to be out again. Barnett's out. We know Jordan Davis is still on IR. But you said that he'll be back. When is never mind. Go on. Continue on. I'm gonna look something up real quick.
Yeah. I'm gonna give my prediction a little bit just based off of what Ryan said, just because they're without Taylor Lewan, Jamarco Jones, Chris Jackson, Trenton Cannon, Deshaun Han, AJ Moore, Chance Campbell, Harold Landry III. They're without Josh Thompson, Zach Cunningham, Caleb Farley, Lonnie Johnson, Kyler Phillips, Danico Autry's questionable, Randy Bullock's questionable, and their starting center Ben Jones is questionable. So it's like they're kind of banged up all over the place. Pause. So for me, I'm but I feel like even with us all saying all that, and a lot of those names that I said up until the Lonnie Johnson, all those names are like late October, mid October. So they've been without these guys for a minute, and they're still 7-4, first in the AFC South. So I feel like this game's going to be one of those mucky games. I hate to say it, boys. I feel like it's going to be like a 21-17 or a 24-21 type game where it's, a lot of both kickers are going to be involved type thing. Shout out to Dicker the kicker. I'm going to say it every episode. Shout out
I
to
was gonna
Dicker
do it.
the kicker. Without a Dicker, you don't have a kicker. Shout out Dicker.
Right.
But yeah, Eagles are going to win, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit closer than what we feel.
So Ryan has 34 to 21. It looks like he agrees with you, AM.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, Ryan. I just give him the thumbs up because I agree.
What are you
Exactly.
looking at?
Score.
Jeff, what are you looking at?
Yes, I agree.
Oh, I just saw that.
It's a pause.
Oh my god. All right. So for me, I'm going my usual until I get it right. 28 to 21. I was so close. So freaking close for the Giants and Cowboys game. It was 28 to 20. The Giants did not go for 2. If they got the 2, I would have been done with this whole 28 to 21 thing.
That's why Ryan needs to be the special teams coordinator. He would have elected for 2. You said we should go for 2, coach.
I'm going for 2.
All right, guys, we just hit the hour and 1 minute mark, so I appreciate you guys being in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for coming in.
Yeah, man, this was a great stream. We didn't have a guest, unfortunately. Mitch, you want to tell them about how we were going to have a really special guest, and we have a surprise for next week.
Oh, yeah, yep. I already said it in the beginning of the show.
We have brownies?
We got brownies coming at 9.
Woo! We all got brownies!
Brownies!
Okay, enough with the brownies. But seriously, I'm actually eating tacos right now. But for me, the guest next week is going to be Weapon X NFL Eagles. It was going to be today. Something came up. But we're actually going to have a huge segment about Brian Dawkins next week. It's going to be a huge segment. We're going to talk about him, what he meant for the city of Philly, all that stuff. So next week is going to be a must-see for the MK Headlines episode 54. He was upset. He was DMing me. He was like, dude, I'm making my schedule right now for next week. He blocked it. He freed up. We're good. It's official. Next week, Weapon X NFL Eagles. Lock it in. He took
Lock
it.
it
What?
in loaded.
Oh, he killed it. Oh. Sorry. But do you guys have anything to say before we wrap it up?
No, thank you for
Randy,
everyone
I'm
being
gonna
here. Just make sure that you go around to all our YouTube, especially Randy. He just got his live stream going for this MK headline, so definitely go over and check out Randy and give him a like and a sub. He's just starting out. We're trying to get him to 100 subs. He's doing well so far. So, and thank you, Mitch, for having us on and doing this show every week, because I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you, man.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. But congrats to you guys, man. For the Michigan versus Ohio State stream, we all had a great stream. A lot of people were in there. Randy got over 100 views. AM is close to 200 on that. I'm close to 300. So that was a very good stream. And Saturday, I'm going to do the same. Michigan versus Purdue. I cannot wait. That's going to be.
I'll be there.
Yo, guess what?
Chicken butt.
I just hit 4,000 watch hours on YouTube.
Again?
No. I haven't hit it. I just hit it. I have now
Pause.
4,045 watch hours. Let's go. If I could get you all over and get some subs so I get 1,000 subs, I would appreciate
why am I
it.
the secretary?
I'm on the road to 1,000 now. I got my watch hours. Let's go.
Remember, congrats. But YouTube takes them away.
Oh, I know, but dude, you remember it's only been 2 weeks and I increased over 500 watch hours. I went from 3,500
I know.
I don't know what happened. It had something to do with last year. That was a shitty season last year.
AM, are you going to be on the Michigan versus Purdue live stream next Saturday? Or this Saturday?
Yeah. With you, are you doing the live?
I'm doing
I'll
the live.
definitely do.
Randy,
I had fun with you doing the
I
live
said I'm there.
Ohio State
Oh,
game.
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you. All
And
right.
yeah, Randy, could you join? Because you did the Ohio State game too.
Yeah,
so
he's gonna
definitely.
be there. He's
Yeah, I'm joining. Hell yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What up, Rob? What up,
Yo,
man?
Rob, how you doing, man?
What's it
Yeah, I
go?
just want to give a huge shout out to everybody that showed up, especially our boy NY Jeffy T85.
Yeah.
Make sure if you all in the chat haven't already, make sure you hit up our boy, but also make sure while you're there, just type in the chat further I am. Might as well hit the like and subscribe button, but also smash that bell so everybody as well as him, you yourself know that he's live. Go on over to Mitchkovsky, smash that like button, smash that bell too, because you're smashing everything. So you might as well smash that, and then when you're done smashing that, hit next shift Randy and smash some more. Anyways, I'm out. Our boys, we're done. Robert, what's good, bro?
What's good, Randall?
Randall. That's a new one.
I like that. That's different.
That's what a lot of people call me.
We're about to just close it off here. Oh, I forgot to upload. Damn it. I'll do that later. I had a special video.
Especially for further, too. I mean, since he's our watch hours, I'm ready. Well, you got to get the subscribers first because right now we just finally hit 8. We're 20 away from the 900 mark. So, I mean,
okay.
Try
So
to
what are you at 880?
Yes.
You need to lose 11.
Hell no.
I know what he's getting at. I know what the joke
But
is.
later today, though, or later tonight, I should say, I'm going to have means we're going to be on doing some NXT.
There we go. There we go. Where's Verona? Verona for first lady.
All right,
Verona,
guys,
she's
this
gonna
is
get
getting
hard
crazy
reports.
here. My dinner's getting cold. We'll
I'm making her moderator right now.
Subscribe, everything. NFL, oh my God. Weapon X, NFL Eagles, next Tuesday, 5:40 Eastern Standard Time. Be there. We're out. Peace.
Awesome power of nature, hot excitement